Welcome back, everyone, to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. And tonight we're going to be reacting to the Buoys, Timothy. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Daniel, aka Deathstroke9, and here we react to music and I try to figure out what the music and the lyrics mean to me personally. And, so this song, a lot of people have requested it. They said it was a Halloween song. So yeah, I'm excited to check it out. I have no idea. I've never heard of this group or this song before. This song doesn't have that many views on YouTube, so I'm excited to check it out because I think it's gonna be interesting. So yeah. All right, I've got the lyrics pulled up. It took me a while to find the lyrics, actually, so let me show you. Some weird site over here with way too many ads, but this is where we've got them pulled up. And thank you for joining me. Let's start. 3, 2, 1, the Buoys, Timothy. Interesting. This is a pretty short song, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. Ooh, nice. I love this. Also, what the frick? But first, let's talk about the instruments. We got the guitar, we got the drums, we've got like horns, we've got strings. I love it. It's like it's almost like a happy song, or it's like a melancholy song. It's well, those two words don't really go together, but they're both words that come to mind for some reason. But yeah, what? Oh my. Timothy, where on earth did you go? We were hungry as hell, no food to eat, and Joe said he would sell his soul for just a piece of meat. There was water enough to drink for 2. Joe said, I'll have a swig, and then there's some for you. So there was 3 left, trapped in a mine that had caved in, and everyone knows the only ones left were Joe and me and Tim. They broke through to pull us free. The only ones left to tell the tale were Joe and me. Timothy, where did you go? God, why don't I know? Poor Timothy. Okay then. A piece of meat. Okay, then. Interesting. So, they ate him. Good old-fashioned cannibalism for ya. They even cook him before eating him? Okay. Seems an awful waste. Okay. Hungry as hell, no food to eat. Joe said he would sell his soul for just a piece of meat. I must have blacked out just around then, because the very next thing I could see was the light of day again, and my stomach was as full as it could be, and nobody ever got around to finding Timothy. So what's interesting about this song, other than the fact that there's cannibalism in it, for like a Halloween song, is how his mind, either he's lying, that's the first thing, he could be lying, but it also seems like his mind could have like blocked out the memory. He's gone temporarily insane. Wow, what an interesting song. Did they play this on the radio? Probably not. Wow, okay. Let's see if there's any song facts on this fairly straightforward song. Timothy by the Buoys. Charted number 17 in the U.S. This was written by Rupert Holmes, who in addition to his hit Escape the Pina Colada song, had written a novel called Where the Truth Lies, an Emmy-winning TV series called Remember When, and several plays, including The Mystery of Edwin Drood, which won 5 Tony Awards. Wow, good job. Rupert was 20 years old, and he'd been in the record business for about a year. He was struggling and willing to do just about anything in the music business. He arranged the Charlie Pride song Folio, wrote lead sheets for the Blind Boys of Alabama, wrote the marching band arrangement for Jingle Bell Rock, and the high school arrangement of Oi Como Va by Santana. He was the voice of studio groups and wrote shampoo commercials for Dorothy Hamill. His friend Michael Wright was a junior at Scepter Records recording studio, and it was in the same building that Studio 54 was later in. Michael had the keys to a recording studio on the weekend when it wasn't in use, and he would go in and record songs with Rupert. He found a group out of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, named the Buoys, and somehow Scepter Records, which was the label of Dionne Warwick and B.J. Thomas, agreed to release one single that they would record. Michael knew the label would not promote the song, but wanted to make the most out of the opportunity. He suggested they record a song that would get banned. That way, there would at least be some controversy about the group, and another label might sign them and try to promote them. So he tried to write a song that would get banned. That's hilarious. Okay. Interesting. He told Songfacts, at the time I was working on an arrangement of 16 Tons, the Tennessee Ernie Ford hit from the 50s for an artist named Andy Kim. And while I was working on the arrangement, there was a cooking show on the TV in the kitchen. It was called The Galloping Gourmet with Graham Kerr. It's in the background, and I'm singing the lyrics to 16 Tons, playing it to a kind of vamp sort, like Proud Mary, and I sing, some people say a man is made out of mud. A coal man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones, a mind that's weak and a back that's... And I think, it almost sounds like a recipe. Muscle, blood, skin, and bones. Bake in moderate oven for 2 hours, top with Miracle Whip. I had seen the movie Suddenly last summer, about a week earlier on TV, and it had a revelation about cannibalism in it, and I thought, if it's good enough for Tennessee Williams, it's good enough for the Buoys. So I thought, cannibalism during a mining disaster. That'll get banned. It's not like I'm really telling people to go out and eat someone. It's just this dark, horrible thing that happens in a story. So I wrote this lyric, Timothy, where on earth did you go? It's about 3 boys who are trapped in a mine with water but no food for maybe a week. When they're pulled free, they don't remember what happened, but they know they're not hungry. One of them is missing, and that's Timothy. We recorded this on the weekend, and I don't need to think about it again. When it was released, some little radio stations played it, and kids would hear it and figure out what it was about. They would call and request the song, and the radio stations, surprised by the phone response, would then listen to the song to find out what it was about. They played the song originally because it had a nice rhythm, kind of like Creedence Clearwater Revival feel. Okay, I didn't really think, maybe a little bit. It was catchy enough, but then they'd hear what the song was about and say, we can't be playing this, it's about cannibalism. And they'd pull the song off the air. The kids would call in and say, "Why'd you pull the song off the air?" And they'd say, "'Cause it's disgusting. You shouldn't be listening to stuff like that." Well, all you have to do is tell a teenage kid that he shouldn't be listening to something because it's disgusting and vile and loathsome, and he'll demand it. So for the record, unlike Pina Colada, which vaulted up the charts, this went by up like 1 or 2 digits every week, and it was on the charts forever. Stations were playing it. Kids were clamoring for it. It would move up the charts, and the station would pull it. The kids would clamor for more. Some other station would go on to satisfy that demand. It just kept going up the charts. The song posed a problem for the record label. Scepter Records in the beginning did not even know it was on their label. The promotion men for Scepter Records, who were trying to break a Beverly Bramers single, would say, "We couldn't get it on the station. They went with this stupid song called Timothy." Finally, somebody was like, "You idiot! That's on our label." Now they have a problem because they're getting up toward the top 20, and there are big stations that are simply not going to play this record. Scepter Records stated a rumor that Timothy was a mule to try to get the taint of cannibalism out of the picture and make it a top 10 record. Somebody called me and said, "Was Timothy a mule? You wrote it." And I said, "No. What can I tell you? They ate him." Holmes explained it did better than we intended it to do. It was just supposed to start the controversy. Instead, it was actually a hit. I was a 20-year-old kid hungry not for human flesh, but hungry to do something successful in the music business. I think I diagnosed a dilemma that a friend of mine had found an effective way of solving his problem. This was the only top 40 hit for the Buoys. They did get an LP deal off Scepter Records from it, and they had a couple other records that placed in the top 100. In a Songfacts interview, Holmes said, "Whenever people talk about Timothy, I always say, 'Where did you come from?' Because that always lets me know. If they were from Florida, it was big there. If they were from Pennsylvania, it was big, very big. Texas, they know it. But if you're from New York, you've never heard of it." Okay, interesting. There are 2 known edited versions of the song released as white label promo 45s on Scepter. The A side of both promos feature the unedited version. The B side indicates revised lyric under the song title. "My stomach was full" is changed to "both of us fine as we could be." B side of the other promo indicates edited bleeped out under song title. While the "my stomach" lyric is kept in this one, the word "hell" in the second verse is covered up with a quick bleep. This song should inspire everyone to serve their fellow men. Best comment right there. Okay. Thank you very much for joining me. Yeah. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you guys again soon.